Well, greetings everyone and welcome. I am the Beard, and today we're going to kick off a story that I'm very excited for. I'd like to introduce you to someone. The year is 1850, and below us, in the center of the screen, is someone that I have become recently friends with. His name is Edward Sinclair, and he is the second son of the esteemed Sinclair family. He is the bit of a black sheep, and he's been historically overshadowed by his father, and he's just recently bought this ramshackle cottage in a valley known as Rivercrest. It's an unexplored valley. There are a number of towns, but it's very undeveloped. And there's a reason why Edward has landed up here. You see, tragedy struck a few months ago, and even though he was not the heir, his brother and his father were killed in a carriage accident, leaving him the heir instead. Not only the heir, but the inheritor to an exceptionally large fortune. And his uncle, who recently picked up the governorship of Rivercrest Valley, sort of mentioned to him, hey, there's some opportunities down here. Now, paradoxically, he had always been very, 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 very interested in transport. And even though his brother and father had been killed, it was essentially a very nasty transportation accident, he decided to take up his uncle's advice, and he moved to Crown Ridge, which is the capital city of Rivercrest, bought this ramshackle cottage, and from here, he is going to try and build a transport empire. So let's just scroll out here and have a look. So Crown Ridge is grand. This is his uncle's palace over here. It looks like they've got a park as well, quite a big park as well. Ambitions does Crown Ridge have? Very large ambitions. So not does only Crown Ridge have large ambitions, but Edward has large ambitions too, and we're just taking a bit of a flyover here of Rivercrest Valley, just so we can get a good view of what's cooking over here. And we'll take a closer look. I think Edward's going to take a tour. I'm going to talk about the rules of this game, or this playthrough for the moment. So there are quite a few mods installed, quite a number of mods in fact. A lot of beautification mods, and I'll run through some of the more important script mods later on. But this is also a very, very large map. There's this big river, as you can see, that runs up it. It's long, it's exceptionally long. There are a number of towns. Each town has its own sort of dedicated industry or production sort of value, and the goal of this game is to try and provide as much goods as possible to all of these towns and link them up in some way or form from a passenger sort of perspective. It's very rural. There are literally only road links between these towns at the moment, and we have gotten to, I think, to the point, and I'm going to fly back this way. We'll go back down the map, where we really need to think about distance. We're going to need to think about distance in between this. So Edward Sinclair really has his work cut out for him. We will also be playing, although we're in sandbox, and we will perhaps put down more industries as we go, we are playing with money. So money matters, and the Iron Horse Transport Company is going to have to make some cash. So we're going to have to play wisely. We're also going to try and play all the way up to the current year as Edward Sinclair hands over his legacy, hopefully to future generations, and we will keep that story going throughout this. So welcome. I am looking forward to our first episode. So with that in mind, and keeping top of mind, the date is marching on. It is the 22nd of February 1850. I think we should actually pause, because otherwise the Iron Horse Company might lose a little bit too much money. We do, like I said, have actual accounts, and as you can see, our balance is sharply shot down there. We actually have absolutely nothing coming in. We are actually on a loan of 5 million, and we're already eating into that, and our bank balance is not actually looking the best, and we are pulling in absolutely no money at all. We have some towns to have a look at, and we'll poke into all of this eventually. So yeah, we'll get there, but yeah, we're hoping to make this company score really good. Really, really good. So yeah, the Iron Horse Transport Company, that's who we are. So the first mod that I want to talk about that we've added to the game, and I'm sure those of you who've played this before would have realized it, is that we have expanded cargo goods. So in fact, all of our towns are going to require 4 cargo goods, and later on in later eras, if we're successful in growing them, they'll actually grow to requiring all 6. So yeah, that's good. Let's start taking a look around, because all good transport companies need to do some research and some scouting, which is always going to be good, correct? So we'll scroll out to the top and we'll have a good look at the map with a full view, shall we? Right, so I thought we'd start out on the far, I guess, what is the most southern end of the map. Let's call this the southern end of the map. It's a very long, thin map, so let's call this the south end of the map. So south, north, up there. So north, south, and then this will be the east, and then this will be the west. So the east ridge and the west ridge, with this, or the east bank and the west bank, if you will, with the river over here. So let's have a look at the town, shall we? So let's start out over here. Always a good place to start. Some food. We've got Newmarket over here with Newmarket Farms, and I can see over here that Packington is looking for food processing. So this is good. I think we can probably make a little bit of initial money off a little bit of a run over here. Similarly, I also spotted out over here that Ringwood has got some oil over here, and we could feed that very quickly to Petroburg, which has a fuel refinery plant here. And I can see that both Packington and Petroburg have got 2 types of processing factories. So we've got this one here, takes a few more. It takes us oil sand, so we have to find out where we can get from that from. And this one takes meat and coffee and booze in order to make food. So we're gonna have to ship some stuff down to Packington and find out where we can get that from. I can see over here Herdshire, so that's where our meat's gonna come from, or at least our herds. We could probably have to get those herds up to over there to Charcuterieburg, so that we can share the meat. So that's what Charcuterieburg obviously does. But Herdshire's going to require some grain. So there's also a route that we could do between Newmarket and Herdshire as well. So interesting, lots of opportunities down this end of the map to begin with. We've got Vainstone over here, which has got marble, interesting, and Coalhampton here, which has got coal, also another really important industry. And I can see that both of these guys barely cut off from everyone else. It's a long route down here. I mean, Coalhampton is basically only connected to the map through Newmarket at the moment. Vainstone, let's have a look at Vainstone. Vainstone's been a little bit more pragmatic, and it looks like they've built a road here that swings round to link up with Charcuterieburg here. This is sort of the main road that runs down. It looks like there's a double road on both banks. Let's go up here to Charcuterieburg quickly. Obviously, Charcuterieburg is doing the meats. And then over here, we've got Gearford that's making machine parts factories. Good. So that seems to be this. And then we sort of delta out here, and we've got another ridge up here. It looks like we've got Rockshire over here, which has got our quarries. That's good. And I can see up there, let's actually have a look. On the other side of Crown Ridge, there's Brickton-on-Kiln, which has obviously got our construction company. So we could get rocks up to Brickton-on-Kiln, although that's quite a distance. I think that's probably a train run, that one. Steel Cross over here, making steel. Good. And we've got Ferrum stock over here with some ore mines. And swinging over this way, it looks like we've got Arborwood and Lumberburg here. So this is also another small, very beneficial route. In fact, we're very close to Crown Ridge here. So maybe, in fact, we do an Arborwood Lumberburg run to begin with. That might be quite good as some starting money. We've got Sterling Mill over here. What is Sterling Mill? It's got a silver mill, which is good because there's Silver Shade just over here. Although that's at the moment that's quite the distance. I can see why though. No one really wants to build a road over those mountains. Although perhaps Edward Sinclair is up for the challenge, right? A shortcut through here. Maybe we can sink some money into a couple of tunnels or two. That might be very interesting. And up here we've got Pulpshire. Pulpshire is doing paper, which also is going to require quite a lot from Arborwood's forests. Long distance there, so more trains. We've got Commerceburg over here. Commerceburg is looking for multiple things, 2 types of factories. So they're going to need the paper from Pulpshire and the silver from Sterling Mill, I think it was. And also some plastics as well. Looks like the plastics are coming from Resinton. And we've got Fisherford up here with some fish as well, which is quite cool. Looking over here in the corner next to Ferrenstock. Ferrenstock is quite connected, actually. Ferrenstock is connected to Steel Cross. And it looks like the pragmatic villagers have taken some time here. Looks like they've got a footpath. This is definitely the shortcut here to Brickton on Kiln. Rather than having to go all the way along to Crown Ridge that way. This is quite an interesting part here. I think we can probably run some commuter trains and link this all up pretty easily. Forge Corner, obviously making our tools. Resinton, we spoke about you guys before. What else have we got around here? Here's Sandhurst. Sandhurst up here looks like there's our sand. Wow, that's a long way. We've got to truck that all the way down to the other end of the map for that to be turned into fuel. It looks like Sandhurst up here. And it looks like we've got Stilford here too. Stilford's where our distillery's at. Also at the other end of the map in the grain. Good that. And over here we've got Beanborough. Beanborough. So Beanborough's growing coffee. Look at these beautiful coffee farms. So that's great, isn't it? Yeah, so Beanborough's doing the coffee. And I heard a rumor that if you follow this path over here, that twists out through the mountains, and I believe that this was the first inhabitants of this valley. They really did come deep in here. I didn't know it was this deep into the valley. Wow, this is a real path winding over here. Where's this going? Let's see. It goes all the way along here. So yeah, where are we going, guys? We're going through here. Where's this going? So I believe, and I've been told. Wow, look at that. It winds all the way up here. And all the way up here. This is fantastic. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. This is a castle up here on the roof of the mountains over here. If you scroll out here, yeah. Whoa, this is definitely the most unpopulated part of the map over here. And this, I believe, Edward has been told, can be turned into quite the tourist attraction. Very few people can get there at the moment, so there's maybe the ability to further down the line, maybe that's bottom of the list, I would say, is turning that into a bit of a tourist attraction. But I think we should get back down here to Crown Ridge, right? And let's see what's going on in Crown Ridge, shall we? So we've got a lovely big developing place here, and I think I'm thinking maybe what we should do is we should start at home, right? We should start at home. So let's have a look here. We've got this destinations layer, right? Quite a lot of people who want to go down this road. Maybe we should start to do a very simple Crown Ridge loop, right? Get like one carriage maybe going on Crown Ridge. We got to start at home, right? We got to invest the money where it's at. So we're going to look at some of the mods as we go. So first thing we've got quite a few different road depots here we can do. We've got this one over here. So we've got this type of road depot. We've got the tram depots as well. I kind of like that road depot. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I think this road depot, we're going to invest in putting this road depot definitely in the industrial area. So this is going to be our first real investment. Edward Sinclair's first real investment in what we're gonna do here. And we're gonna layer a little bit of a road as well. I think I'm gonna put this over here. Now, we do want to do quite a lot of. We do want to make this look good. We are gonna make this look good, but we also need to make money, right? So we're gonna focus on a bit of both. So I think there's going to be some episodes which are going to be really about building the network out, and then others that are going to be far more about just having a good old beauty build, if you will, because we do have quite a few mods that do that, and we will use some of them as we're laying tracks and stuff. Some only much later on, like this we'll be doing in modern eras and stuff like that. Right, so these are rural bus stops, which we don't need. Although we will talk about the need for these just now. There is a reason why they're there. We've also got these tram bus stops, which I don't really feel like using at the moment. I think we should be doing these simple bus stops, right? And now let's think about how we want to do this. So we've got I really do think that there should be one right outside the sort of the central sort of main building of Crown Ridge. That's very important, I think. Then I think that what we'll do is we'll put another one over here. We'll do one on this side here. All right. So then I think we'll come around there. We'll come around and then we'll do a loop here, and then I think we'll go this way up this road here. So we'll give some of these guys here in the burbs some lifts and rides, and then I think we'll come all the way around here, and then let's put a stop off on near the industrial area, and I think we'll put that more over there. So in case for the moment, if anyone in Crown Ridge does want to get around, we're going to start our first bus line basically. Okay, so let's start, right? We'll start over there. We're going to do a very simple sort of, that's quite a nice infinity loop, right? So let's call this Crown Ridge, and what should we call this? Let's call this the bus line, even though it's not really going to be a bus line. We'll call that the first bus line. We might rename them later on, but for now, the Crown Ridge bus line, right? And I don't even know how much demand there is going to be, but we're going to create demand. So we need passengers. Let's put a couple of stagecoaches on. I think we can only get 2 stagecoaches on, so we don't really want to invest too much, right? So let's have a look at our stagecoaches as they come out. Now we could color the vehicles if we wanted. Both of these vehicles. I don't really think it's necessary at the moment. We might do that later when we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of vehicles going on. But for the moment, let's just have a look quickly as they take their first ride, right? So, yeah, as I said, I have no idea how sort of profitable this first line is going to be, but we have to start somewhere, right? The frequency is every 3 minutes at a stop. It's not bad, to be honest. I don't think we could be doing worse. I'm gonna need to change that autosave interval, otherwise we're gonna be interrupted 100 times during the series, aren't we? Right. So yeah, let's see what this is gonna cost us, right? Okay. So, oh look, we've already got a passenger. Good. Okay, so there's already a passenger. Let's see if we can pick up our first. Let's see if we can wait to. I think you're going to pick up our first passenger, aren't we? Yes. Good. Look at him. The Iron Horse transport company only hires the best, right? Our drivers all wear top hats and look snazzy like that. That's quite a carriage, the stagecoach too. Don't worry, there's only 2 of them, but we've got our first passenger. There's our first passenger, Tyler Anderson. Thank you, Tyler Anderson, for being our first passenger. Right, and we're gonna really that's the kickoff, right? That's the kickoff to getting Crown Ridge going. It looks like there's already some more people waiting. Right, let's turn our attention to more sort of pressing matters, right? What else can we do? Now, I did identify some low-hanging fruit, or Edward did identify some low-hanging fruit. We've got this Lumberberg and Arborwood run, right? It's quite a long way. Yeah, it's a distance. It's not exactly flat either, is it? And I can see why, because the alternative is not much better. I suppose we could be eventually carving ourselves a shortcut like that, right? Maybe even doing a bit of tunneling. But I think for now, that might be a bit beyond our speed capabilities. So let's shoot down here and see if there's anywhere else we can make money. Like this to me feels like a far more of something that we should invest in, as well as this run over here. I think the Newmarket to Packington run is something to invest in. So let's do that. Let's invest in Packington. I think Packington is also going to become one of our major sort of towns. What I'd love to do is I'd love to have a single passenger line running up the middle of this map, linking up to some of the big major towns, obviously with Crown Ridge in the center. And then we'll have some feeder lines going off into it. We already see the Iron Horse Company and Edward Sinclair is already thinking about the future here. But we got to make some money first, right? I'm actually happy with this. Right, we're making money off our first line. That's brilliant. That's fantastic news. That's absolutely fantastic news. Right, still on the minuses though. But it's a start. Everyone has to start somewhere, right? You got to spend money to make money. Right, so we're gonna. It's all very boring in the beginning, you know. We sort of have to start with this kind of nonsense. But it has to be done. It has to be done. Right. So where are we gonna do this? This is the industrial area here. We're gonna need to invest in a. We need to invest firstly in a depot. I think the Iron Horse company might end up having a depot in every town, to be honest, by the end of this playthrough. There's little chance that we will not need one. I think it's too high, sir. It says it's too high. Let's do that over there. We'll plant a couple of trees in between lands. I feel, you know, the Iron Horse company is very serious about how it looks. It has to portray a good image, right? There's a tree in our depot there. What tree shall we plant along here? I really like these big shingle oaks. This is a cool mod. Let's have a look at this. So what I can do is, to make this so much easier, I can turn that to a line, and I can put this like this. We go like this. We can just draw one here and a line like that. That is nice, isn't it? Yes. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so we'll do little bits of decoration like that as we go along. But generally the idea is to not do too much of that. Right. So we've got these two factories here. So I guess we should also invest in a cargo platform. I really like these road stations. This feels like if I join this here, it's gonna link up both of these. But how much is this gonna cost? How much is this road station gonna cost me? Should we go for it? I think we should go for it. City old. Let's get these right, Rory. So city old, yeah. Tram transport, no. Fence type, brick. We can have different types of brick. What's brick 1? That's quite nice. Brick 1. We can also do capacity. Brick 2. This is one of the mods, guys. Brick 3. We could do wood as well, like that. I don't really like that. We could do steel. Also not my jam. Sound insulation. No, way too modern. Wall era A. No. We're going for brick 2. And station surface city old, yes. What can we do here? 64 per platform. 80. I think we should go for. Oh, that's way too long. Oh, this is just the size. Okay, we could actually make this. We could make this significantly smaller. We could also do. What's the smallest? That's the smallest. That might be quite good. I mean, we shouldn't really be going overboard, and this might cost us less. And I still think if we join this over here and over there, that we're gonna get both of these in range, right? Which is fine, which is good. Let's do. I'm going for it, everyone. I'm going for it. The company isn't. I don't even know how much that cost us. It certainly cost us a pretty penny. I'll tell you that much. Right. Okay. There we go. Also, another mod we've got in our cargo platforms are colored differently, which is great. It's much easier to tell. The other one, the blue thing, is just ridiculous. All right, we've got some trees and bushes in our cargo platform, which is never a good idea. Right, so we've got that there. So now what we're going to need to do is we now actually need to use this road, which is actually quite a hectic road, up over through this ridge. And through to the farms. We're also going to have to actually shift these goods from the farms into some sort of central area, aren't we? I think we might have to do two. I think we might have to have a sorting center here, everyone. I've just seen this over here. and it's bugging me. So we're gonna polish that off there on the edge. We don't pay for earthworks, everyone. That is something we're not doing. I'm so glad to see my road. We're actually making money here on the road here, freight already, which is fantastic. It's really good to see. Okay, cool. There are 2,464 people in this map, by the way. We have some advanced statistics, which we will take a look at as we go along. Okay, so let's actually start out here by our farms, because these farms are beautiful. I put quite a bit of work into these. This is our first farm over here. And we're going to need to put like a pickup spot here, right? So let's negotiate with this farmer. I have these really cool things over here. These country pickup spots, which I'm very excited to use. But I think that we might have to first we might have to just polish a couple of trees away from here. Sorry, dude. Looks like there's a path there as well that might have to go. We might have to bulldoze a portion of your path, because we're gonna sell your goods. Trust me, the investment is worth it. Maybe we should make it a little bit more narrow, like 10 meters. Yes, we can get that in there, right? We have got a whole bunch of more options on these. Terminal with narrow standard. I'd like a standard. Terminal type high, low, ground, high, low. Ooh, well, this is a farm, so let's do on the ground. Number of terminals. Will that eke in more at the back? It will, but we only really need one, don't we? We're gonna do a truck on these. Connection street, country old, country wide. Can we do town dark, country old? Country old. Yes, okay, cool. Entries at 90 degrees. Can we make these shorter? We can, 10 meters. How about we make them 5? Yes, that's much better. I like that a lot more. Alright, we might have to... Ooh, we can make fences. We put a fence around here. A wall. Or a curb. I kind of like the idea of a curb. Station ground, dirt. We lighting, yes. Higher signs. What do the signs do? Does that actually give us a farm sign? I quite like the idea of that. But we don't want the signs at the moment. We might do that later. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's connecting the path there to the farm. So let's see if we can move this slightly. I want to get it. Can we? Sure. Let's commit. We got to commit at some point, right? Let's get to the country roads here. Can I join you up? Yes. Build anywhere. So we've got build with collision on, everyone, which is fantastic because it allows us to do things like that. Great. So we've got our first truck stop in there, which is good. So this is our first pickup point for that farm. We're going to need another one for this farm because that one's not going to service that one here as well. Let's do a similar thing down here. I do want to get at least some bit of goods running. What's cooking down here? We've already got it. Where are you going? Hello, sir. James Scott, where are you going? Destination residential buildings. All right. Cheers, James Scott. Nice to know you. Right. We are waiting to ship. We're producing here, so we just have to ship. Okay, cool. We need to create some demand, everyone. Where are we going to put this one? We're going to need a nice little spot to put it. I reckon we're going to have to do it all the way down here. We're going to have to co-opt this spot. So, Mr. Farmer, I'm co-opting some of your land to build some stuff. It will bring economic prosperity to the nation. So you can trust me. What are we doing? We're doing buildings. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do essentially the same thing. Over here for you, sir. Can I... Why is it giving me like a weird collision with that building there? Okay, I'm going to have to do it like this, aren't I? Okay, let's do it over there. Yes. And then we will do this. We'll do this connecting thing that we can do. We're gonna do it like that. We're gonna build it anyway, because we can. Yes, there you go. Okay, good. So these farms are now set. There's some place to pick them up. But I think that this is I've got a solution, or I've got an idea, right? So let's go to here, and we're gonna go back to these buildings. And we're going to use these, we're going to do the small and compact truck station. Yeah, we're going to use one of these same ones, right? Because I think they look cool. We're going to make this one slightly larger though. So all of our industries over here, we've got some residential over here. I'm trying to think about where a good midpoint would be. So that's where it comes through. We could do a sorting yard. I want to do kind of a sorting yard is kind of what I'm aiming to do. This looks like quite sort of residentialist over here, but I don't think they'll mind in the long run. We could always build some more walls around it, right? Yeah, we could do that. So I'm gonna slot in over here because we can, right? But we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do low because we're gonna do high here. We're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 2. No, we're gonna do 3. Yeah, we're gonna do 3 terminals here, I think. And we're also going to make it country old. We're going to make it town old. Yes. And we're going to add walls around this one. And we're going to make it asphalt. Or shall we make it gravel? Let's make it gravel. Yeah, we're going to make it gravel. And on this one, we're going to put lighting. Because we can. And maybe even signs. Because it's town. Right? Yes. Yes, we don't need signs out in the wild, but in town you need signs. Okay, I think this is a fantastic spot. This is a good idea. This is a good move on the behalf of the construction company. In fact, the Iron Horse Company is so engaged with the idea of profits that what we're actually going to do is we're gonna bulldoze this entire house like this. Why is this? Why are they both not connecting? Can I do it over here like this? We're gonna do it like this. Yes, we're gonna do it over here. Yes. And we're gonna make yes. Okay, we're gonna do it. Fine, it's going in like this. It's not the most ideal. In fact, actually not ideal because we'll get those cuts across the side. Maybe we should do it over here. Yes. Yes, let's do it over here. We'll do it on this side. Gonna do it. I've changed my mind. Everyone. The Iron Horse Company assessed its options, and it decided that it had a better route or a better solution to what it wanted to do. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna go to these streets like this. And we're gonna link them up, right? Because they need to be able to drive in. Yes, they do. And we're gonna flatten this out like this. Good. All right. Okay. Cool. What else is the Iron Horse Company gonna need? We're gonna need a thing. And we got the depot down there, don't we? Yes. All right. So let's make a line, right? So let's do the first line. So we're gonna do 2 lines. We're gonna do from farm 1 to the depot. Right. So let's do this. This is gonna be so this is New Market Farm 1 to New Markets sorting hub. This is very important, everyone. Otherwise, we're going to get really confused later on down the line. We're going to do another one here as well. It's going to be the same thing as well, but this one is going to be New Market Farm 2 to New Market sorting hub. Good, right? And then we're going to do a third line, which is going to run from the New Market sidings, which I actually kind of like that name, to the Packington food processing stop over there. And this is going to be the New Market Farms to Packington. New Market Farms to Packington food delivery. Cool. All right. Okay, we've got our lines. Right. Let's invest in some vehicles. Right, cargo. We are in year 1850, so we are restricted to a European horse-drawn carriage. Yes, that's correct. We're only playing with European vehicles here, everyone. So let's get at least these out for the episode. So we're going to need, I think... I'm guessing here right now. I have no idea, and it'll take a while for them to unbunch. But I think we are going to need 4, right? Which I'm going to put onto the one of the farm lines, right? Which seems obvious. Then I think that we're going to need another 4. Yes. Which we're going to put onto the second line, right? And I want those guys to go out quickly before I spend money on moving. I want them to basically get some stuff from that hub to there. In fact, actually, I can't do that. Otherwise, I don't create the demand, do I? Okay, we'll up that line just now. Let me get... I'll get 4 on this line for now, because I think this line's going to need a lot more. The Packington to... The Newmarket to Packington line. That line there is gonna need some serious movement. Although I can already see that there's already food. Oh my gosh, there's already grain waiting. That is grand news. That is absolutely fantastic news. I think that is a really good way to end this episode, everyone. If we already have grain waiting over there, then that means the demand has already kicked in. Packington is hungry, everyone. Packington is hungry, and isn't this a great view? The first real big fleet of the Iron Horse Transport Company. What are they? They're not trucks. They're horse carts going out. Right. So from me and Mr. Edward Sinclair, thank you for joining me on our first episode on our journey forward. I'll see you for the next one. Until then, look after yourself. Stay safe. I am the Beard, signing out.